Hello, Oxley Park Primary School. Thank you very much for your questions. We appreciate you taking the time to put those together. As I'll go through in a moment, we're perhaps not going to answer them all because some of them we feel have already been answered through the website and our web pages on transfer and transition, so please have a look at those. And also, unfortunately, with the current conditions, you won't be able to come and visit us before September. And I'm really sorry about that. We really wanted to meet you in person. We're really looking forward to that. But we will see you in September, and we will make sure that you become acclimatised to us, to each other, and to our school. So before we start going through your questions, I'd just like to reintroduce each of us. So my name is Mr. Davis, and I'm Assistant Head Teacher in charge of transition. Thank you.
And I'm Mr. Holmwood, I'm the Head Teacher.
I'm Miss Arkeson, I'm your Progress Leader.
And I'm Miss Element, Head of Year 7.
Great. So first of all, we have sent letters to your parents, a couple of letters telling you about our website and our transfer and transition page on that website. And there's lots of resources on there to help you. There's an introduction video, there's videos by students telling you about different aspects of life at Shenybrook End School. There's a welcome booklet for students as well as a welcome booklet for parents. So please make sure that you take a little bit of time to look through those and read through those, ideally with your parents or your carers, because they actually answer a lot of the questions that we've got on here. But what we'll also do is we'll go through and answer some of these to help you out as well. I'm going to hand over to Mr. Holmwood now, who's going to talk about, I suppose, what's going to be different in September, not just for you, but for all our students here at Shenybrook End School.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. So, welcome. Thanks very much for watching. As you know, we've not been in our normal time, have we? And school's been a very different thing for the last 4 months. And although I'm really pleased that everybody can come back to school in September, we have to do that in a different way than usual to keep everybody safe. Now, your parents will have had a letter from me explaining all of this, but I'm just going to let you know that you will come to school on Thursday the 3rd of September, and you'll come in as a year group for that one day. The sixth form will be in that day, but they'll be in another part of the building, and so you'll be the only year group from the lower part of the school that will be in that day. So you can take the time to find your way around, to get to know the people that you need to get to know, and to make sure that you're ready for the following week. Because you come in on Thursday the 3rd of September for one day, and then because all the other year groups are coming back gradually to get used to how everything's going to be, your proper start date, from which you then carry on coming in every day, will be Tuesday the 8th of September. So that Thursday the 3rd of September is a bit of a transition day, a bit of a get-to-know-you day, and then on the Tuesday the 8th of September you start coming in to school. Now we're having to keep year groups separate around the school building, and one of the guidelines that we've been given is to organise the day around what's called a staggered start. Doesn't mean you have to walk funny, it just means that you come in at different times from other year groups. Now we're going to be asking you to come in at 8:20, and we're going to be asking you to come through the gate, ideally, that is opposite the Oak Tree Centre on Shenybrook End. If you live over at Tattenham or Westcroft and you want to come in for the other end of the building, that's fine. You just have to walk around the back of the school building where the field is to get to the hardcore area that is at the end of what we call phase 4. And you're going to wait there with your year group, and teachers will come and will help you then to get into the building. When you do come into the building, one of the things that will be organised is that you wash your hands as you come in. And then you're going to spend a lot of time with your form tutor on the first day that you come in, and then when you get to your timetable, you'll start spending quite a lot of time with your form tutor group. Because we need to reduce the amount of movement around the building, you're going to be in a few areas for quite some time with your tutor group, with teachers changing and coming to you. And that's our way of making sure everyone can stay safe. Now, you start slightly earlier at 8:20 coming into school. Normally, you'd start coming in at about 8:25, and the school bell will go at 8:35. But the good news is, or you probably think it's good news, is you get to leave a bit earlier as well. So Year 7 will leave at 2:20 in the afternoon. So your school day in September is from 8:20 to 2:20. They're things that are going to be different for you. And when you come in, we'll talk to you about other things that will be slightly different. But for now, I think that's the key message that you need to hear, where you need to be, when, and how you're going to be safe around the building. I think I'm just going to add one more thing while I think about it, because you'll probably be thinking, what am I meant to be wearing? Well, we're looking forward to seeing you as Shenley Brook End School students in your Shenley Brook End School uniform. And you'll be wearing that uniform every day, apart from days when you have PE, where we're going to say it's fine for you to come in your Shenley Brook End School PE kit. And the reason for that is then we haven't got to organise changing facilities for you. And that's another part of keeping you safe. So I hope that all makes sense, and look forward to hearing the other answers to the questions that you have. So, I've got a few questions to answer, and one of them is from Sam, asking if there'll be a map to help the students to get around the building. So the answer to that is yes, there will be, but I'd also like to remind you that in the transition activity pack that we've sent home, you've got a map of the school, and you may have seen on the website that I made a video, a tour of the school to introduce everywhere to you. And the idea was that if you wanted to, you could get the map out, you could watch the video, and you can trace my steps around the building, starting in the theatre, going through what we call phase 3 into phase 1, and then into phase 2 and 4, and then all the way back to the theatre. You could do it with arrows, you could put little footsteps on it if you like the Marauders map in Harry Potter, but we think that's quite a good way of you beginning to understand the building. So that was the first question that we had. Got a couple of questions about the house system. So the names of the houses, they're all named after different trees. So we have sycamore, birch, elm, hawthorn and chestnut. And somebody was asking about the reason for the house names, and it's very simple that about 7 or 8 years ago, when our school was about to grow in size, we decided that we needed a house system because we wanted to make the big school feel small and give people an extra opportunity to feel that they belong. So we ran a competition amongst the staff and the students, and the head teacher at the time was a man called Mr. Martin. He judged the competition and he decided that the names of the trees would be the best ones for the houses. So that's a little bit of history and background for you there. Okay.
So one of the other questions that we've had is about what subjects that you'll actually be learning across the school year. So in September we will be offering a full curriculum for you. So in addition to your maths, English and science, which you'll have probably covered in primary school in addition to PE, you will get to experience a wide range of activities such as art, drama, DT, humanities and some of the modern foreign languages as well.
So we've also been asked about our Shenley badge. So each year group has a different colour. Year 7s in September will be blue, and that will be the one that has the Shenley logo on it. You'll also need your house badge as well, so you've received what form group you're in. So the very first letter of your form group is the house, so if it's S at the beginning then it'll be sycamore. You will need to buy them when you go and buy your uniform at Maze's with the blazer and the tie, then you'll be able to purchase the badges there.
So thanks once again for your questions, we really appreciate that. We wish you a great summer and we very much look forward to seeing you in September. Take care.